The Clinical Reconciliation module has been enhanced to support several new types of data, including family history, implantable devices, social history, and vital signs. This module has also been updated to audit a reconciliation event when you click Confirm whether or not the CCDA contains data for comparison. So, even if no new data is available, Confirm Clicked displays in the Action Performed column for that event. You can view the Confirm Clicked History item on the Reconciliation History tab. This lets you review and validate the accuracy of the final set of a patient's data to ensure it's correct and current. You can also see that a Custom View tab has been added to this module. This tab provides an optimized view for quick access to the most commonly used sections of a CCDA. To learn more about this tab, please refer to the lesson Using the Custom View in the Next Gen Ambulatory EHR CDA Viewer course. There are a number of new items available using Clinical Reconciliation, and they all work similarly to the other reconciliation tabs. The first is the ability to import vital signs data into the patient's vital signs history. If no encounter exists for the vital signs date, a new encounter will be created. You'll see an EHR section for vital signs that are already documented in the chart, an import section with the vital signs that are documented in the CCDA, and a reconciliation summary section. Note that the system will automatically convert English to metric values in the imported data if any are missing. The system will set the vital signs to a status of Add in Import View when no match is found. This is determined based on the date and time. If for some reason the date and time are not entered, it will use the vital signs values. Next, you can import patient family history data using Clinical Reconciliation. This action imports the data into the KBM demographics templates. It has an EHR section for family history that is already documented in the chart, an import section with the family history that's documented in the CCDA, and a reconciliation summary section. Because of concerns about codes being updated incorrectly and impacting performance measure reporting, updates to family history won't be permitted. You can add data from the reconciliation module, but you can't modify already existing data. The system will set family history to a status of Add in Import View when no match is found based on the diagnosis SNOMED code, relationship description, deceased indicator, and the name of the person. Social history data can also be imported into the medical record templates. It displays with an EHR section for social history that is already documented in the chart, an import section with the social history that's documented in the CCDA, and a reconciliation summary section. At this time, only smoking status, social history observation, and tobacco use can be reconciled, which will only import if details are entered. For example, when entering a patient's alcohol intake, the alcohol type or amount of intake must be entered. Updates to social history data will not be permitted on locked encounters. Imported social history will have a default action of Ignore for all records, so the most current data doesn't get overwritten with older data. To help make sure this doesn't happen, the system will give a warning message when the action made will result in updating the existing social history. Note that you can only match similar data. For example, you won't be able to match alcohol intake with caffeine intake. This is determined based on the diagnosis SNOMED code. The system will also assist in matching records when descriptions are not the same. For example, smoking status versus heavy tobacco smoker. Finally, patient implantable device data can be imported into the procedure module. You'll see an EHR section for implantable devices that are already documented in the chart, an import section with the implantable devices that are documented in the CCDA, and a reconciliation summary section. Note that you must reconcile procedures before reconciling implantable devices. If you don't reconcile procedures first, you'll have no information in this column. Also, each implantable device can only be linked to one procedure, but a procedure can be linked to one or more devices. The import section data will default to Add for New Records or Records Without a Match based on the Universal Device Identifier or UDI. If no UDI value is present on the incoming data, the data will need to be manually matched based on the device identifier and other data fields. You now know all of the Clinical Reconciliation Module enhancements for 5.9.